Alright, so today we're going to do a setup video on this knife. This is a 33mm KS2, and the graphic is a Beware graphic. It is a older graphic that was originally done August 2024. So how I got this board in the new KS2 mold literally yesterday, brand new, was Letter did a pop-up with knife. So they had Letter collab decks, and then they had some older graphics that they brought back. And I opted for this graphic because the Letter ones were popsicles, and this has kind of a cruiser shape, which I'm really digging. If you can tell, there's like some wheel wells in there. Plies are super nice. Goes natural, natural black, natural, natural. And then the print of the graphic. Do some, this is my panic. We'll put it up to the panic. So definitely more defined dips and a higher nose. But the tail seems to be pretty low. And then we'll put it up to a false alarm. Where we can tell definitely defined kicks compared to this. Tail's higher, nose is higher, and the dips. We'll put it up to this woob. So more defined dips, also longer, as you can see. But the kick of the nose is about the same, and the tail is about the same, just longer. And I'd say it's just a tad bit more defined. So we're going to get this set up. Let me go get some scissors real quick. I'm going to do a grip cap on this one, straight down the middle. So the event was from noon to 6, and I got off work at, well, early. I got off work early, luckily. I told my boss some dumb shit and got off early. So I got there by 5, maybe like 4:50 or 5, and it was raining. So I think since it was raining, I don't think it prevented people from going, but I mean, because there's definitely people there, but not as much as I thought. I thought when I got there was going to be no boards left at all, because knife sells out really fast. But there was a limit on how many boards you could buy. You could only buy one board. And when I got there, I bought my board, and then Grant was like, "You got here right in time. If you want to buy more than one, you can buy more than one." But I didn't feel like buying more than one because I got the graphic I wanted and the shape that I wanted. So I was happy with that. Let other people get a chance to get a knife if they want. Because I remember when knife first came out, I had one originally, and I traded it for a bonk. And it was the one that I had that I traded for a bonk was this one with the 13 on the guy's head. And it was a good board, but it was a 34. And at the time, I just wasn't riding 34s at all. So I traded it for a 32 bonk, which then got traded for a woob. So there's that. So we got the grip gap. File this bad boy down. Oh yeah, but I didn't expect there to be any knives left, so I was going to actually get in my mind, I was going to go in there and get a Catfish barbecue collab. I really like the deck that has the pool table in it, which they had in stock, but since there were knives in stock, I was like, man, these are incredibly hard to get off a drop. I mean, Black Market always has them if you're looking for one second hand and maybe a graphic that they don't do anymore. But since they had this older graphic reissued on a brand new, I mean, obviously it's brand new. I just showed you guys it was brand new in the package. I went for that because I like orange as well. It's nice. Let's get some holes in here. We're going to take this apart. And of course for this, I put the grip on over the bolts, so fucking I hate when I do that, but I usually don't ever do it, but so they had some parks there. The parks were pretty sick. I seshed all the parks except the one that was outdoor because it was just like off and on raining. But that's where Jay was. Jay was outside a lot, and then Andy was inside a lot, drinking a beer. And I don't drink anymore. I used to drink a lot. But if I did, I would have definitely drank a beer with him. Because he seems really chill. Shout out FB Dame. He was there. I was kind of on a mission, so I didn't really stop and say hey to anybody. But I saw he was in there filming. So hopefully he got some good clips. I follow him on Instagram, so I think he got 2 decks, actually. I think he might have got... No, he didn't get the orange. He didn't get the orange one like me. He got a white one with like race cars on it. And then the letter collab deck, of course. All right, so we got 1 truck off. And on these trucks, I have Lab Micros. And we are not going to be running those. We're going to put some big wheels on here. Yeah, it's just so much better to grip boards and then put the screws in, which is what I usually do, but I did not on this deck. It's actually looking pretty good. Yeah, and I also only picked up one because I don't really believe in like reselling. Anything I buy, I'm going to either hold on to it because I want to skate it later or archive it, but the letter store graphics and the collaboration decks, they were pretty simple. I mean, they were knife decks, so they're still the same mold and everything. But the graphic was pretty simple. It just said letter and knife and a skull. And I wanted a full-on graphic. I just think the when it's a lot of wood showing, like natural wood, it's like, it reminds me of Dumb One a lot, which is like super hesh. I remember someone messaging me on YouTube or commenting and saying, fingerboarding is not hesh. It'll never be hesh. And they didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. I think fingerboarding is hesh. Now, I don't think knife is the most hesh company. I think more of like False Alarm, Hospital Brigade. One Love. A bunch of fly swatter. A bunch of companies are hash. Knife is definitely the biggest right now, at least in terms of selling out. Or maybe they're just really not making a lot of decks. I don't know. But I know Black Market always has some. Because that's where I go to look for woobs. The best way to buy a woob is from Woob. And then the other ways would be to just look on FB Mart on Instagram. But you rarely find them on there. Look up eBay. I know one time there was the watermelon colorway. Was somebody was selling it for like $800, and I think it sold. See, that's too much. That's way too much. I mean, I bought a board for $350, and that was too much. I mean, it's not any nicer craftsmanship than this knife. It's this one right here. If for some reason like my camera doesn't like focusing on this board, but there we go. I mean, it's super nice, but definitely like a collector's piece. There you go. But yeah, if you're looking for a knife, they're always on Black Market, always. And they usually range from like $100 to like $150, which is what people are selling them for. My thing is like, if I'm gonna buy a board for that much money, I'm kind of conflicted. Like, yes. Sorry about that. I should ride it, but I'm definitely gonna put some board rails on it. Like this woob that I have here, I gotta buy some board rails. And it's a pain in the ass using this little screwdriver. I don't know how Mint FB does this shit. Non-stop. And this is really dedicated. This is very intimate. My fingers are like, fuck you. No. I'm about to make a fat steak tonight and some rice. All right, finally, I got the last truck off. And I think I'm going to put some Lab XL, or not Lab XLs, Joycolt 3.0 XLs. I have some Legacy R Labs, but this board is orange, and I think orange and purple, I just don't know how I feel about that. I really don't know where the poles go, because I did this all right, I found one. Once I find one, it's pretty much a go. But I'm very glad I got to cop this. All in all, it was $51.98. So right about 52. And online, I know they sell them for $48, so I'm guessing without shipping and whatnot, it would be the same. Super psyched on this though. Last bolt. Or screw. Yeah, but the resale is crazy on knives. And then also just like the sheer, like how fast they sell out is crazy. Whereas like Dr. M sell out crazy too, but I don't really see many people selling their Dr. M's. I think everybody's riding those. All right, do I want to do, yeah, I'm going to do these ill pill big pills because this is a 33 and I have 34 millimeter trucks. So if I put on I got 2 sets of OGXLs. I got some fish scales and some Real Street 3.0 something. And then I got some more lab micros. So we're gonna do the ill pills. I think that should be pretty good. skinny wheels. And they look like perfect. I've really been enjoying riding full conical wheels. That's what's on every one of my setups right now. Except my Panic. Those are classic 3.0s, which is like a classic Spitfire. Full conicals are like G4s or Lab Raw Plus or Joy Colt 3.0 XLs. God damn. So there we go. It's all set up. So I'm going to ride this, of course, for a couple hours and come back tomorrow with a quick first impressions, and then I'll skate it for a while and come back with a full review. But I hope you guys enjoyed the setup and kind of the story behind how I came to get it. But other than that, have a good night. Peace.